Good morning, children. We have completed our topic till endemic species, but let me revise endemic species once again. Endemic species are those species of plant and animals which are found exclusively in a particular area. They are not naturally found anywhere else. For example, if you take seal or if you take polar bear or giraffe, you will see that giraffe, polar bear, seal, these type of animals we don't find at any other region except polar region. Yes. So the examples for endemic species are seal and wild mangoes are examples of flora, that means plant variety. What do you know about flora? We came to know that flora is the plant variety of any particular place. So seal and wild mango we can't find anywhere else except a particular region. And another example of the endemic fauna is bison, Indian giant squirrel and flying squirrel. These are endemic fauna, that is animals of a particular region. Got it? Now one important point we should know that species, what do you mean by species? I think I had explained you, but let me revise. Species may be particular type of the breeding animals which give birth to same kind of the animals. For example, I told dog give birth to dog, cat give birth to cats. That's why these are species of dog or species of cats. Let us read. Species is a group of population which are capable of interbreeding. This means that the member of species can reproduce fertile offspring only with the member of their species and not member of other species. So important point is here that dog can't give birth to, that means female dog can't give birth to another dog with the help of any other animal. It will need male dog only. It can't give birth with the help of male cat. Got it? We will discuss about this in our 10th chapter and 9th chapter. Now come to wildlife sanctuary, as I already explained you. So wildlife sanctuaries are the area, student. Wildlife sanctuaries like reserve forests provide protection to a suitable living condition to wild animals. That means it is already a natural forest, but now government is providing protection to that atmosphere. Here people can also go, that means tribal people who are already living there can also go and do some activities. Which type of activity? See, grazing by their livestock, collecting medicinal plant, firewood, etc. Why? Because this is their natural life process to survive there. They can't be disturbed. That's why people, tribal people living there can do this type of the activities there, and they only know about the medicinal plant of that area, so they can do that. Now see, threatened animals means those animals which are on the boundary line of to be extinct, that means boundary line of to be vanished from earth's surface. Whose are those animals? Some of the threatened wild animals like black buck, white-eyed buck, elephant, golden cat, pink-headed duck, gharial, marsh, crocodile, python, rhinoceros, etc. These are threatened. You should remember the name of these animals. Another question is coming in Bujo's mind is that what is difference between zoo and wildlife sanctuary? You had seen that wildlife sanctuary was a natural place. It was naturally developed there. Government is not disturbing the life process of the animals living there and the people living there. Government is only providing them protection. Got it? And but what do you know about zoo? Have you ever reached to a zoo? You should go there and you should see. Animals are not happy there. They are not, you see. Will the animal comfortable in zoo or in their natural habitat? So where animal will be comfortable, in zoo or in their natural habitat? Obviously in the natural habitat. So we can say that wildlife sanctuaries are the natural place where animals live in their natural surrounding with protection provided by government. But zoos are artificial developed places where animals are not found in their natural surrounding and they are not living there comfortably. And zoos are also open for the people to visit there and watch them, to entertain. So now comes another thing, that is national park. So we have already known about that national park. See here, preserve. National park is the area where some flora and fauna are, and landscape is also preserved, and historic object of that area also. That means that area must be having some historical events, historical objects, stones. There may be river also, some paintings, some arts or creatures. So that type of the national park preserve these also. Yes, and you can visit to a national park and you can see that historical events of that area. Here we will see that the student have reached to Pachmari National Park, and they have seen many things. What are those things? You see, rock shelters are found inside the Satpura National Park. This Satpura National Park is found in Pachmari. So Satpura Natural Park contains many types of the historical event. What are those? Rock shelters. These are evidences of prehistoric human life in these jungles. So you have seen how these prehistorical evidences are saved there, got it, protected there. These give us an idea of the life of primitive people. By seeing these we can get idea of the primitive people. Rock paintings are found in these shelters. A total of 55 shelters have been identified in Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Now we had completed this. Now come to another topic, that is Project Tiger. As the name suggests, it was a project launched by government to protect tigers. How? See, Project Tiger was launched by the government to protect the tigers in the country, because it was launched in the time when the tiger were endangered animal in India. That was the time when tiger was endangered animal in India. So government has projected, that means government has launched a project to save tiger, and it is very happy that government has fulfilled this very successfully. And this is the time when we can say that tiger is not endangered animal in our country now. Got it? Now see, I have to endangered animal. What do you mean by this endangered animal? So see, animals whose numbers are diminishing to a level that they might face extinction are known as endangered animal. Extinction means totally vanished. So that was the time when tiger was endangered animal, but now not. Now in India, tiger is not endangered animal. Got it? So now you got idea about endangered animal. Another point here we had seen extinction. So there is another variety also of animals, that is extinct animal. Which is that variety? Extinct animals. So what are these animals? The animals which have already extinct animals are the animals which have already vanished from earth. Yes, these are known as extinct animals. Got it? So you will see, you just try to find that. For your homework is try to find out the name of some extinct animal, and you should also try to find the website of Red Data Book, because Red Data Book is the book which contains the detail of all endangered and extinct animals of that area. Also you should try to find. Yes, now let us continue. So endangered animals examples, we have seen many examples, but you see that Barasingha, wild buffalo, these are endangered animals. Why these are endangered animals? Because people are poaching these animals for their fun, to get money and to decorate their homes. That's why these animals are at the boundary line of to be extinct, to be finished, vanished from Earth's surface. Got it? Now start another term, and that is, new topic is our ecosystem. So what do you understand about ecosystem? Ecosystem we have already done in class 7. Ecosystem is the atmosphere surrounding all the elements present there. How? See, an ecosystem is made up of all the plants, animals and microorganisms in an area, along with non-living component such as climate, sun, river, deltas, etc. That means if you go to an area and you see river is there, mountain is there, some deltas is there, climate of that area, sun is rising, soil, this is not sun, soil, yes, soil also. So that area will find different particular type of soil. Yes, so that soil is also the part of ecosystem of that region. So we will take all the type of animals, not only bigger animal, we will also take microorganism of that area. Plants of that area, different types of the plant varieties will be there. Animals of that area and all the non-living. That means we can say ecosystem is constituted by biotic and abiotic component of that region. Is it? Biotic component, you know that the living component, abiotic component, you know that non-living component. These both combinedly make the ecosystem of any region. Now come to next point, that is Red Data Book, as I already explained you. If Vujo has asked, I wonder if there is any record of all endangered species. Yes, there is record, and this record is in Red Data Book. You should try to find on the Google about Red Data Book. Yes, so what is Red Data Book? Red Data Book is the source of book which keep a record of all the endangered animals and plants. Yes, and Red Data Book is maintained internationally by an organization. But today India has its own animals, so India also maintains Red Data Book for plants and animals found in India. Yes, now come migration. What do you mean by migration? Migration is the process in which animals move from one place to another place in the search of food, shelter, and due to climatic change. See, migratory birds fly to far away areas every year during a particular time because of climatic changes. This time is actually winter time. This is the time when climate changes and birds can't survive there. That's why birds move from one place to another place, and that this process is known as migration, and these types of animals are known as migratory animals. Now we will do recycling of paper. This topic you will have to do your own, but one point I should let you know that, student, 17 full grown trees make 1 ton of paper. Now you can imagine that how many trees are being sacrificed to provide you paper. So you should save paper. You know that if you save at least one sheet of paper, then you can save many trees during whole year. Yes, so save paper. Reforestation. What do you mean by reforestation? We had known about one word, that was afforestation. Afforestation is actually planting tree.